Today on the Cardinal Sports Network, your Lawrence Cardinals will be taking on the Montgomery Cougars in varsity field hockey action. Starting in goal for the Cardinals will be Tess Adolph. At the other end of the field for the Cougars, it's Annabelle DeJean. Cardinals center the ball. They'll drop it back. Now moving it up the near sideline. That's Murphy with the ball. She'll pass it ahead to Quattrochi. Back over to Murphy. Murphy making progress, getting past a couple of defenders. Now she'll make the cross. And that's going to be turned over to the Cougars. Be out of bounds on the Cougars for a Cardinal ball. Jones heading over to retrieve it. Jones setting up to put the ball back into action, and she'll pass that one immediately over to Valentino. It's going to be taken away by the Cougars, who send it up the near sideline. That was going to roll all the way across the end line. Evans retrieves the ball. And it looks like Evans will be the one putting it back into play. There's a shot up the middle. That one's picked up by the Cougars. Cougars working the action over to the far side of the field now. That's broken up by the Cardinals. Recovered by the Cougars. Cougars push it through the middle. There's a cross. Now struggle for possession of the ball.
Nice job, Molly. Keep that butt down. All right,
And that call's going to go against the Cougars. It'll be Cardinals ball. Margolis puts the ball back into play for the Cardinals. Big hit up the middle, but it's stopped by the Cougars. Cougars will drop it back and now play it over towards the far sideline. Cougars send it down the sideline and out of bounds. Romaine will chase that one down. But it looks like it's going to be Mark Golis putting it back into play for the Cardinals. It's going to be the Cougars coming away with the ball. They'll move it over towards midfield and continue over towards the near side of the field. Pass down into the corner and just barely kept in bounds by the Cougars. That was going to be taken away by Jones. Jones puts the ball back into play. Quick pass over to Murphy. Murphy sends it into Doherty. Doherty plays it over towards the other side of the field. Now Sanella working the far sideline. Cougars giving chase, but Sanella on the move. That's going to be knocked out of bounds by the Cougars. Cardinal ball. Sanella sets it up on the far sideline. She'll put the ball back into play with a quick cross. And it's going to be the Cougars bringing the ball the other direction. Going to be stopped by Margolis. Margolis taking it the other direction. Her pass is picked off by the Cougars, who start moving it up the near sideline. They'll drop it back and now pass forward. And it's the Cougars on the attack. There's a cross. That was going to be kicked away by Adolph. Goes out of bounds. It's going to be Cougars ball. Cougars put the ball back into play.
There you go, Petra. Way to challenge her.
And whistle on the play. That's going to be Cougars' ball. Cougars drop the ball back. Cross inside, stopped by Margolis. Sent towards the outside of the field, and it's going to be out of bounds on the Cougars. Murphy brings the ball back over to put back into play, and she'll do so. Across the center. Now we see Sanella heading back for that far sideline, but she's going to be double teamed. That goes out of bounds. It'll be Cardinals ball. Sanella puts the ball into play. Pass forward to Valentino. Valentino going 1-on-3. That was going to be taken away. Cougars trying to advance it on the far sideline, and they'll do so. Taken back by the Cardinals, but recovered. It's going to be Cardinals ball. Romaine setting it up, and she'll knock it down the sideline where it's turned right around by Cougars. Papadakis will put it into play for the Cougars. We'll move it down the far sideline. Now forward pass. That's going to roll out of bounds on the Cougars. It'll be Cardinals ball. Evans will put the ball back into play for the Cardinals. That was going to be taken away by the Cougars. But referee's whistle gives it right back to the Cardinals. Margolis with the hit. It's going to be Cougars coming up with the ball. Stopped by Doherty. That's going to be turned right back over to the Cougars. McFadden puts the ball into play for the Cougars. Cardinals ball. Jones brings it forward on the near sideline. Drop it back. And now it's going to be hit the other direction by the Cougars. Stopped by Romaine. It's going to be taken away by the Cougars. Taken right back by the Cardinals. Cardinals move it over to the far sideline. Going to be stolen by the Cougars. And it's Cougars back on the attack. Cougars working that far sideline down to the corner. Now here's the cross towards the goal. Doesn't get very far, but they'll keep working it. And that's going to be a call against the Cardinals, I believe. Garrison setting up for the corner hit. Now Garrison rolls the ball out. Shot on goal. And that one does not go in. It's going to be another corner hit for the Cougars. Garrison once more setting up for the corner hit. She sends the ball out. Shot on goal, that's going to be deflected and will go out of bounds. This time it's going to be Cardinals ball. My mistake. It's still going to be Cougars ball. Cougars put the ball back into play. Moving in towards center. That one gets away and is going to be tipped away by Doherty. Doherty brings it off towards the near corner. They'll send it up the line. Catroci got a piece of it there, but it's going to be, well, it's waiting for the call. Yes, it's going to be the Cougars ball. Cougars put the ball back into play. They'll drop it back and move it over towards center field. Now back over towards the near sideline. That was going to roll out of bounds, turning the ball over to the Cardinals. Jones setting up to put the ball back into play. And she will roll it across where it's picked off by the Cougars. Cougars pass picked off by the Cardinals. Margolis sends it up the line to Catroci. Over to Murphy. Murphy working it up the near sideline. She'll hand it off to Catroci. Catroci's overwhelmed. She'll drop it back to Doherty. Doherty rolls it across. And Valentino taking it into a swarm there. It's going to be Cardinals ball.
Go Cardinals!
Valentino setting up for the corner hit. Valentino sends it in. That shot is stopped by the Cougars. The Cougars are going to run it out of bounds. Murphy right there trying to get that one in, but unable to get through the defense. Now it's going to be Cougars with the hit. Cougars send it over towards the far sideline. Burns giving chase. Whistle is going to stop that play, and it's going to be Cougars ball. Papadakis puts it back into play for the Cougars. She'll play that one forward. There's a cross towards the goal. That one's wide of goal. Cardinals ball. Jones retrieving it. Cardinals put the ball back into play. And Doherty sends it up the line. It's turned right back around by the Cougars. Cleared by the Cardinals. Taken away by the Cougars. It's going to be out on the Cardinals. Cougars ball. Cougars put the ball back into play. Moving it over to the center of the field. Now working it over to the far side of the field. Rotteville slows up their advance for a while. Now Cougars move it into the corner. And that's going to be Cardinals ball. Margolis with the big hit up the field. That's stopped by the Cougars. Cougars trying to advance it. And once more, Cardinals ball. Valentino puts it into play. Moving forward, that one's going to be stripped away by Cougars. Cougars advancing on the far sideline.
20 seconds, 20 seconds.
They'll send that one very deep down the sideline and drop it back. Tipped away by the Cardinals. Now it's the Cardinals advancing up the middle of the field. Valentino plays it over towards the near sideline. Murphy's going to chase it down, keeps it inbound. Oh, guess not. And there's the buzzer for the end of the first period. Your score now, Cardinals 0, Cougars 0. We'll take a quick break and be right back with the second period of action.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
And we're getting ready to start the second period of play. It'll be the Cardinals with the ball. Murphy ready to set motion in the game here as there's the whistle to get things started. She'll drop it back, and it's played forward by Margolis. That was going to be taken away by the Cougars. Doherty puts a stop to their drive, and the whistle's going to give the ball to the Cardinals. Doherty with the hit towards the far sideline. That one's picked up by the Cougars. Cougars ball. Cougars play it down the far sideline. It's going to be stopped by Evans, but whistle's going to return possession to the Cougars. Cougars immediately trying to drive that one closer. Goes out of bounds. Going to be Cardinals ball. Big hit there by Valentino. Catroci having trouble hanging on to it there. Gets a little help from Murphy. Murphy back to Catroci. No. Okay, now Murphy pokes that one through the middle. And it's Sanella trying to break through. Sanella puts the ball back into play. Be dropped back. Ball's taken away by the Cougars. Cougars drive it down the middle. That one's going to be stopped by Valentino. Valentino hits it up the near sideline. Cougars get the ball, but they're going to knock it out of bounds. Cardinals ball. Now Doherty puts the ball back into play. That one gets past Catroci, and it's going to be Cougars coming the other direction. However, they can't keep it inbounds, so it'll be Cardinal ball. Well, okay, the referee saw that one differently. It's going to be Cougars ball. Cougars put the ball back into play. That one heads over towards midfield where Burns gets a hold of it. She'll send it up the middle, and that's taken away by the Cougars. Cougars move it over to the near side of the field. They'll play it up the near sideline, and that one's stopped by Jones. Cardinal drive there, thwarted for a moment as Margolis went down, but it's passed over to the far side by the Cougars, and Cougars will work it up the far sideline. It's going to be Cardinals ball. Evans puts the ball back into play. Big hit up the sideline. And that'll be a call against the Cougars. Cardinal ball. Burns was trying to get through there. Now Sanella's going to put the ball back into play for the Cardinals. The pass forward. And it's the Cardinals on a drive toward the goal. Here's the cross. That's going to be tipped away by the Cougars. And that's going to be a call against the Cougars. To bring up a corner hit for the Cardinals. Murphy heading over there to do the honors. Murphy puts the ball into play, passes to Margolis. Margolis with a cross to center, and the shot goes just wide of goal. Good attempt by the Cardinals there. If they keep shooting, one of them's bound to go in. It's going to be Cardinal ball as Margolis sets up. She'll put it into play. Pokes it through the middle. Cougars get a hold of it. Headed over towards the sideline and across the sideline. Cardinal ball. Sanella puts it into play. Cross is picked off, but taken back by Margolis. That's going to be Cardinal ball. Sanella moves it over towards center. Doherty tries to move it forward. Here's a cross. That was going to be cleared by the Cougars. Margolis chases it down and turns it around. Cougars once more clear the ball, this time toward the sideline. That call's going against the Cardinals. It'll be a Cougars ball. Cougars with a big hit forward. That's going to be a penalty. It'll be Cardinals ball. Burns puts the ball back into play for the Cardinals. Well, maybe not. Okay, now the ball's in play. And Valentino drops back with it now. She'll go forward and cross it. Cardinals send it across further. That was going to be cleared across the sideline by the Cougars. Cardinal ball. Valentino setting up to put the ball back in. Now, big cross by Valentino. That one's fielded by Margolis. Shot on goal is stopped by DeJean. And it's going to be Cardinals ball. Doherty puts the ball into play. Shot over towards the goal. That was going to be cleared by the Cougars. Cardinals applying good pressure here towards the goal. That's going to be another Cardinal ball.
Cardinals, see it happen. Set it up and see it happen. White, get into
Doherty sends the ball forward. That one's stopped by the Cougars and sent the other direction. Now Cougars moving the ball up the middle of the field. Valentino chases it down. She'll move it over to the far sideline. And another call against the Cougars. There's ball back in play by the Cardinals. Didn't get very far. It's going to be knocked out of bounds by the Cougars for Cardinal ball. Valentino ready to put it into play. Another short hit there, that time to Murphy. Murphy's overwhelmed by Cougars. And Cougars are going to drive that one up the middle. Heads down towards the goal and out of bounds. The Cardinals ball. Jones setting up for the hit. She'll play it over towards the near side of the field. That one goes over to Doherty. Doherty can't hang on to it. And that's going to be Cougars ball. Gupta is setting up to put the ball back into play for the Cougars. Another call against the Cardinals. Gupta once more. She'll play with that one over towards the middle. Cardinals there to try and break it up. Margolis tips it away. It's recovered by the Cougars. Shot over towards the goal. That one almost got through. And it's going to be a corner hit for the Cougars. Maddox setting up for the hit. Maddox scoops it out. There's a cross in front of the goal, shot on goal. And that one's going to roll wide, out of bounds. It'll be a Cardinal ball. Jones brings it forward. And she'll move it over to Doherty. Doherty tries to play it forward, but that's going to be picked off by Cougars. Cougars once more trying to break through. It's going to be turned around by Valentino. Valentino sends it forward to Murphy. Murphy working the near sideline. Gets past the defender. Gets past another defender. And it's Murphy on a breakaway headed for the goal. Now that one gets away. Murphy recovers the ball. It's going to be Cardinals ball. Murphy once more on the move. Murphy turns, gets shot off towards the goal. That one's just wide. Nice drive by Murphy there. It's going to be Cougars ball. Cougars play it off toward the far sideline. Advancing it down the line. That one's going to roll out of bounds. It'll be Cardinals ball. Rodeville puts the ball back into play. Passes over to Margolis. Now that's going to be taken away by the Cougars, who drive it straight up the middle. And that one's stopped by the Cardinals. I believe that was Evans with the stop. Ball's going to be taken away, but whistle returns possession to the Cardinals. Murphy hands it off to Doherty. Doherty puts it into play. She'll shoot it right up the middle. Sanella over there trying to do something with it. That's going to be Cardinals ball. It's going to be a corner hit for the Cardinals. Valentino setting up for the hit. She'll push it out towards center. Shot on goal. And that one's going to go out of bounds. I believe that's going to be another corner hit for the Cardinals. This time it's going to be Murphy taking the hit. Murphy sends it out. And it's fired up the middle. Shot on goal. Oh, so close. Cardinals almost got that one in. DeJean had to dive there to try and get to it. Still couldn't quite reach it, and it trickled out of bounds right next to the post. Now Cougars send it over to the far side of the field. Cardinals come up with it. And Rodeville trying to make progress there against 2-1 odds. She'll put the ball back into play. Now Cougars with the ball. Cardinals trying to recover. Cardinals not letting the Cougars clear it. And Cardinals will turn it around. It's a call against the Cougars, Cardinal ball. Rodeville setting up for the hit. Rodeville with the cross. That's over to Doherty. Doherty shot on goal, and that one's going to be wide. It's going to be Cougars ball. Cougars put the ball back into play. Here's a shot up the middle. Cardinal ball. Evans puts the ball into play for the Cardinals. She'll launch that one up the middle, and there's the buzzer for the end of the second period. So we'll take another break and be right back with more girls varsity lacrosse action.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
And you're watching the Lawrence Cardinals take on the Montgomery Cougars in varsity field hockey. We're still all tied up at 0-0 as we get ready to start the second half. Cougars will drop that one back. Moving over to the far sideline. Now up the sideline they go. And it's Cougars advancing even further up the sideline. Cougars on a good drive here. Now there's a cross. Cougars out in front of the goal. Shot on goal is going to be kicked away by Tess. That's Tess Adolph, the goalie for the Cardinals. And Cougars put the ball back into play. They'll move it up the near sideline this time. Cross towards the goal. And that call's going to go against the Cougars. Cougars coming out strong here at the beginning of this second half. Valentino plays it over towards the near sideline. It's going to be Doherty moving it. Oh, tried to move it up the sideline. That pass to Sinella went out of bounds, and it's going to be Cougars ball. Cougars drop it back. Now going forward on the near sideline. That's going to be a call against the Cougars, Cardinal ball. Valentino setting up for the hit. She'll put it in play, and now a good shot over towards midfield. No Cardinals there, however, and the Cougars will play it over to the far side of the field. Now Cougars right up the sideline with it. Cardinals there to break up the play. And it's Cardinal ball. Cardinals play it forward. Back and forth it goes. Cougars managed to get a hold of it. Cougars on a drive towards the Cardinal goal once more. Shot on goal. That one does not get through. And Adolph had to come out and dive to block that one. Cougars once more center the ball. Going to be tipped away by the Cardinals. That'll break up the advance by the Cougars. Last touch by the Cougars is going to be Cardinals ball.
Come on, Cardinals, spread out!
Evans puts the ball back into play for the Cardinals. She'll pass it over to Sinella. Sinella working the near sideline. She'll pass inside, but the Cougars get there first. Cougars on the near sideline. And it's going to be taken away by Doherty. That whistle on the play is going to return possession to the Cougars. Cougars up the near sideline. And Doherty once more turns that one around. And Cougars once more recover it. Now Doherty working up the near sideline. Cougars return the ball. Now, Cougars cross it over towards the far side of the field. They'll make a little progress on the far side.
Nice match!
Cougars having trouble with the Cardinal defense. Now they managed to get that one through. Cardinals take it away. Cougars recover. And there's the cross, but it's going to go over the end line, out of bounds. It's going to be Cougars ball, I believe. Now Cougars put the ball back in motion. Cougars ball. Cougars drop it back. That one gets away. Pass over to the near side of the field. And Doherty managed to get a piece of that one. She'll take that one away. Drops it back to Evans. It's taken away. Evans not letting it through. Cougars drop it way back. Now, Cougars advancing up the middle. That's going to be stopped by Margolis. Margolis tried to get through there. It's going to be turned over to the Cougars. Cougars roll it over towards center. Going to be stopped a couple times there by Margolis. And missed opportunity there for the Cougars, as Adolph had to dive for that one, couldn't hang on to it, and it rolled past her, leaving an exposed goal. Cougars couldn't put it in the net. Now Cardinals put the ball into play. That one's going to head out of bounds. It'll be Cougars with the ball. And Thuddum will be putting the ball into play for the Cougars. She's been all over the field today. That pass is picked off by Sanella. Sanella sends it the other direction. It's going to be Cardinals ball. Murphy sends it forward. Now Trotterville trying to break through. Cardinals ball. Murphy's setting up to put the ball back into play. Murphy sends it over to Doherty. Back to Murphy. Cougars are ready for that one and jumped all over it. Now it's the Cougars heading towards the far side of the field. Now they'll turn back towards center and once more toward the far side of the field. There's a shot up the sideline. That was going to roll out of bounds and be a Cardinal ball. Jones puts it into play for the Cardinals. It's knocked out of bounds by Cougars. It'll be another Cardinal ball. This time Rotterdale brings it in. Passes it to the Cougars. And Cougars on a drive towards the goal. That one rolls over towards the end line. Cougars keep it in bounds. Shot on goal. That one's deflected, but turned around, and Ella Garrison puts it into the net to give the Cougars a 1-0 lead over the Cardinals.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
The Cardinals, who had actually dominated most of the first half but were unable to score, now find themselves trailing to a rejuvenated Montgomery Cougars team.
Go, Bella. Go, Petra.
Doherty plays that one forward. It's going to be taken away by the Cougars. And the Cougars once more on a drive towards the Lawrence goal. Going to turn the ball over to the Cardinals. Cardinal ball once more. Margolis puts it back in play for the Cardinals. Passes it over to Murphy. That one goes out of bounds. It'll be Cougars ball. Cougars ball once more. Cougars pass it up the near side of the field. It's going to be turned around by the Cardinals and recovered by the Cougars. And that drive was stopped by Evans, but the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Cougars ball. Cougars put it into play right away. And Doherty able to keep that one away from the goal. Goes out of bounds. It'll be Cardinals ball this time. That hit goes over the sideline. It'll be Cougars ball. Cougars put it into play. They'll drop it back a little bit at the center of the field and now move the action over towards the near sideline. They hit up the sideline and they'll move past a couple of Cardinal defenders, and it's Cougars heading in towards the goal. Shot on goal. That one's kicked away by Adolph. Heads out of bounds, but it's going to be Cougars ball. Garrison puts the ball back into play for the Cougars. That pass gets inside. It's going to be turned around by Evans. And that'll be Cardinals ball. Cardinals on the move already with it. Going to be taken away by the Cougars. Cougars pass it over towards the goal. Evans once more turns it around and sends it over towards the side of the field. It's taken away once more by the Cougars. This one's sent across the end line. It's going to be Cardinals ball. Jones retrieves it. Presumably she'll be the one putting it in play. And Jones sends it up the far sideline. Cardinals pass further up the line, picked off by Cougars. It's going to be out of bounds on the Cougars. It's going to be Cardinals ball. Jones puts it into play, sends it further up the line. That's picked off by the Cougars. And Cardinals recover the ball. Jones works her way well up the far sideline before getting stopped by the Cougars. Going to be sent down the sideline by the Cougars. A roll out of bounds. It'll be Cardinals ball. Now Doherty will put the ball back into play to resume the action. There's a cross towards center. It's going to be turned over to the Cougars. Cougars with a big hit down the field. That one's stopped by Evans, who brings it back the other direction. Passes off to Doherty. Doherty sends it forward to Sanella, but that's going to be turned over to the Cougars. Cougars drive is stopped right away by Doherty. Gives it to Evans, who plays it up the field where it's picked off once more by the Cougars. Cougars drop it back. Now they play it over to the near sideline. Big hit back towards center. That's going to be stolen once more by Evans. Evans having a good game in the backfield today. Cougars ball. That forward pass is stopped momentarily, but Cougars once more break free. And it's Evans again coming to the rescue as she gets through a couple of the Cougars and makes the pass. That's going to be picked off by the Cougars, who drop it way back. Cougars are going to play it over to the far side of the field. And now Cougars advancing on the far sideline. Going to be tipped away by Jones, but the Cougars able to continue their drive. Shot. And that one's going to be knocked out of bounds as Adolph with a diving save there. It's going to be Cougars ball. And Thottum put it into play for the Cougars. Over on the far side now, Cougars with a cross. That one doesn't get through.
5 seconds.
Cougars trying once more to get through.
Corner.
And there's the buzzer for the end of the third period. So after 3 periods of play, it's the Montgomery Cougars leading 1-0 over your Lawrence Cardinals. Another quarter to go. Plenty of time for the Cardinals to come back and win this one. We'll take a quick break and be right back with fourth quarter action.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
All right, Cardinals, dig deep, play hard for 15.
Cougars will put the ball into play to start the fourth quarter. They'll play it over to the far sideline. That's going to be taken away by Murphy. Murphy trying to advance the ball towards the goal. Now she'll turn and tried to make a pass there. Didn't get through, and it's going to be the Cougars trying to head the other direction with it. It's turned back over to the Cardinals as Doherty puts the ball back into play. Doherty with a cross. That rolls over towards the goal, but it's going to be moved away by Cougars, but we've got a corner hit now. Cardinals with a corner hit. This will give them a scoring opportunity. Cardinals need a goal just to tie it up.
Find the back of the box, Cardinals!
Now Murphy sends the ball in. There's a cross, and shot on goal goes wide. No goal. It's going to be the Cougars ball now. Cougars send it out, but it's stopped right away by the Cardinals. Cardinals turn it around, stopped by Cougars, and now Cougars on the move. Stopped once again by the Cardinals. That's 2 stops in a row by Valentino. Valentino working up the far sideline, runs into some heavy traffic. Tried to get it past them, but it rolls out of bounds. That's going to be Cougars ball. McFadden puts the ball back into play for the Cougars. It's taken away by the Cardinals, and it's Murphy. Pass over to Sanella. Sanella pushes it through. That's going to be hit wide and it'll roll out of bounds. Cardinal ball.
Let's go. Go right, set it up.
Doherty setting it up. She'll put it into play. That pass is going to go over the end line and turn the ball over to the Cougars. Cougars not wasting any time getting it going, but it's turned right around by Margolis. That's turned over to Cougars.
Good, Ella. Good, Ella.
Cougars heading for the far sideline. Now pass up the sideline is picked off. And Jones sends it forward. It's sent right back by the Cougars. Jones once again there to stop it. That's going to roll out of bounds. Cardinal ball. Jones puts it into play. That one's picked off by the Cougars. And now it's the Cougars working the far sideline. That rolls out of bounds. It'll be Cardinal ball once more. Valentino with the hit. That managed to get through several players. Cougars trying to turn it around. That's going to be stopped by Murphy, but Cougar ball. Cougars making ground on the far side of the field. Here's a forward pass into the corner. Attempted cross doesn't get very far, but a foot foul called. That's going to be Cougars ball. Cougars with the cross. Cougars out in front of the Cardinal goal.
Nice job, Kojo!
Jones digs it out and moves over to the far sideline with it. Cardinal ball.
Come on!
Jones with the hit.
Take it
That gets through to Burns.
There you go. Nice, Kojo!
Now Rodeville with the ball. That's going to be taken away. Whistle gives it right back, and Murphy will set up for the hit. She passes it forward, and Rodeville's going to give chase.
Come on, Emily.
Burns gets a hold of it. Now Murphy gets a stick on it, but it's still Cougars making progress. It's going to be turned around by the Cardinals. Margolis tried to make the cross there. That was going to be stopped, but going to be Cougars ball.
Right, stick down, eyes on the ball.
Be first, so. Be first, so.
Get to it.
Cougars play the ball over towards the near sideline. Now back inside again and back towards the sideline. That one's swatted away by Sinella, but recovered by the Cougars. Sinella once more gets a hold of it. Can't get through those Cougars. Doherty tried to play it over towards center. That was picked over by the Cougars. And Evans able to make the stop. She'll send the ball the other direction. That's going out of bounds. And it'll be the Cougars ball. Cougars with a pass up the middle. That one is stopped immediately by the Cardinals. And it's going to be Margolis putting it into play for the Cardinals. They'll pass it inside. That one's sent out to the corner and over the sideline by the Cougars. It'll be Cardinals ball. Margolis puts it into play for the Cardinals. Margolis tried second cross. Now it's going to be Rodeville putting the ball into play for the Cardinals. This time it's Cougars ball. Cougars launch it down the near sideline, but it goes out of bounds. It'll be Cardinals with the possession.
Big blast, kid.
See them on goal, Riley. Set them up, set them up, set them up.
Evans puts the ball into play for the Cardinals. Big hit forward. Now Rodeville with a cross. That one's stopped. Cardinals recover. Sinella passes it in. It's rejected, and Sinella once more. It's going to be Cardinals ball.
Emily, get on post.
Zanella sends it over towards Doherty. Doherty back in towards the center. Now Rodeville with the ball out in front of the goal. The shot is kicked away by Dijon. Cardinals once more put it in. And that's going to be Cardinals ball. Going to be a corner hit, I believe. Looks like Valentino will do the honors. Valentino sends the ball in. Pass and shot towards the goal. The cross is rejected. Now Rodeville. And Rodeville scores. Cardinals are tied it up with the Cougars. It's a 1-1 game with a goal by Carolyn Rodeville.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
6 minutes and 22 seconds left in this game, and it's anybody's game as the Cougars put the ball back into play. Cougars drop it way back. Cougars will play it up the middle. Now moving the action over towards the near side of the field. That was going to roll out of bounds. Evans hustles over there to grab it, and she'll put the ball back into play for the Cardinals. Nice hit. It's headed over towards the far side of the field, but it's going to be picked up by the Cougars, who cross it back to the near side of the field. Cougars managed to get the pass off up the near side and stopped once more by Evans. Call goes against the Cardinals. It'll be Cougars ball. Evans stops it again. Now it's going to be turned around by Valentino. Cardinal ball. Valentino puts it in play. Hit over towards the center. That was going to be picked off by the Cougars. Cougars move it up the near sideline. And this time it's going to be turned around by Doherty. Doherty passes it off to Murphy. Murphy's going to take it over towards the far side of the field. That's going to be taken away by the Cougars, and the Cougars advancing on the far side of the field. We'll move the action back over towards the center, where it's stopped by Doherty. Cougars fire it down into the far corner. 2-on-1, but Jones over there making a great fight of it. It's going to roll out of bounds. It'll be Cardinals ball. Jones, the swing and a miss there. That's going to turn it back over to the Cougars. Cougars ball. A confusion about which one of them is going to take it. Now Cougars put the ball back into play. It's going to be cleared by the Cardinals. And that call's going to go against the Cougars. It'll be Cardinals ball. Well, my mistake. It's actually going to be a call against the Cardinals. It'll be a corner hit for the Cougars. Garrison setting up for the hit. Garrison puts the ball out front. Shot on goal. That one does not get through. And it's going to be kicked away by Adolph. Cougars trying again. Another block by Adolph. And it's going to be another corner hit for the Cougars. Garrison once more doing the honors. Garrison puts the ball back into play. Pass back to Garrison, goes over the end line, and it's going to be Cardinals ball.
Spread out, Cardinals!
Valentino puts the ball into play for the Cardinals. She'll fire it over towards the far sideline. It's going to go out of bounds and turn the ball right back over to the Cougars. Cougars put the ball back into play.
On defense.
I'll pass it into the corner. Cougars ball. Cougars once more. We're looking for a way through. That one's going to be blocked by Jones. Jones turns it around, but it's taken back by the Cougars. This time it's going to be stopped by Evans. Out of bounds. It's going to be Cougars ball. Cougars drop the ball back. Now across the center. Cougars angling in towards the goal. That shot did not get through as it's going to be turned around by Margolis. Now Margolis advancing on the near sideline. She'll pass that one forward. That's intercepted by the Cougars. But the Cougars send it out of bounds. Doherty will put the ball back into play for the Cardinals. 1 minute left on the clock. That ball's going to be taken away by the Cougars but knocked out of bounds. It's going to be Cardinals ball. This time it's going to be Valentino who put the ball into play for the Cardinals. Valentino with a big hit. That one's picked out of the air by the Cougars. It's going to be stopped by Margolis. Out of bounds on the Cougars. It'll be Cardinals ball. Now Murphy will put it into play for the Cardinals. Murphy makes the pass, gets it off to Sanella. Cardinals ball. Sanella puts it back in motion. Sanella's pass is blocked by the Cougars. Now Romaine rushes over there and takes it away. And it's going to be Granaville heading in towards the goal. But there's the buzzer to bring the game to a close. End of the fourth quarter, at least. It looks like we're headed for overtime as we're tied up 1 apiece here. Your Lawrence Cardinals taking on the Montgomery Cougars in varsity field hockey. We'll take a quick break and come back for overtime action.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
And now it's going to be overtime play here at the Cardinal Stadium. The Montgomery Cougars will have the ball to get the action going. They'll drop it back and move it over to the far side of the field. Cougars advancing on the far sideline. That pass is going to roll out of bounds, turning the ball over to the Cardinals. Jones will be putting the ball back into play for the Cardinals. There's the hit. That's stopped immediately by the Cougars. Cougars pass it over towards center. Now Cougars on a drive towards the goal. That one's going to be kicked away by Adolph. Now Cardinals moving the ball the other direction, but it's going to be stopped and returned by Cougars. Cougars ball. Cougars, well, not yet. Now they're going to be putting the ball into play. Oh, and that's going to be a penalty against the Cardinals. Going to be a corner hit for the Cougars as number 16, Ella Garrison, heads over to do the honors. Garrison pushes it out front. Shot on goal, and that one is stopped. Going to be Cardinals ball. Remember, first goal wins. Got about 8 minutes left on the clock. And Valentino puts the ball into play. It's going to be turned over to the Cougars. Cougars advancing towards the goal. Kicked away by Adolph. Good save there. Cougars once more in possession, however. They'll send it over to the far side of the field. Now driving back in towards the goal. That's going to be stopped by Valentino. Ball goes against the Cougars. It'll be Cardinals ball. Valentino with a big hit. That pass does make contact, and it's Rodeville streaking down the field with the ball. She was in position to score when the buzzer sounded for the end of the fourth quarter. 3-on-1. This time she doesn't get through. Ball goes against Cougars. It's going to be Cardinals ball. And it's going to be Valentino setting up for the corner hit. Cardinals in scoring position here. Valentino pushed the ball out. Rodeville with the pass. Shot on goal. And that was going to roll out of bounds. It's going to be Cardinals ball. Margolis setting up with it. Margolis puts it into play. She'll pass that one through. Cardinals keep it in play. But it's going to be Cougars moving it out to the outside and sending it down the near sideline. Now Cougars on a drive up the field. Cougars advancing. They've gotten past all the defenders. It's going to be a whistle on the play, returning the ball to the Cougars. Cougars drop it back. Now passing it over to the near side. Here's a cross. Oh, and great save there by Adolph. Adolph certainly earning her keep in goal today. Hanson setting up for the ball. She'll move it over to the near side of the field. And that's going to be a call against the Cardinals, I believe. That will bring up another corner hit for the Cougars. Cougars in scoring position.
Keep your hands, Cardinals! Keep your hands!
Papadakis setting up for the corner hit. She'll put it into play. Here's across the center. Can't get the shot off. And ball's going to dribble across the end line for a Cardinal ball. 4 minutes left on the clock as Valentino puts it into play. Shot up the middle is turned right around by the Cougars. Blocked by Valentino. Now it's going to be Cardinal ball. Valentino another shot up the center. This time that pass is completed. And it's Rodeville once again on a drive down the field, but turned around this time. Ball's going to go against the Cougars. It's Cardinals ball. Cardinals put the ball back into play, but Cougars come up with it. Cardinals ball. And Murphy puts it into play for the Cardinals.
Good job, Alex.
Well, referee has a different idea. Looks like it's going to be a corner hit for the Cardinals as Valentino heads over to do the honors.
Find the back of the box, Cardinals!
Valentino sends the ball out. And Murphy trying to get through with it. There's a pass in towards center. Going to be kicked away. And cleared, but recovered by the Cardinals. Cardinals on the attack once more, but that goes over the end line. It's going to be Cougars ball. We come up to the 2-minute mark on this overtime period. First goal wins it. There's the hit by the Cougars to send it down the field. That's going to be turned over to the Cardinals. Now Margolis puts it into motion. And it's Rodeville once more going up the middle with it. She'll pass it off to the side. And Murphy with the shot. That one is rejected. And it's going to be Cardinals ball. Valentino setting up for the hit. She'll put it into play. We come up to the 1-minute mark. Valentino in the corner. She'll send that over towards the goal. That one goes over the end line. Now it'll be Cougars ball. Cougars push it up the middle. And further up the middle. Cougars on a drive towards the Cardinal goal now. Shot on goal goes wide. It'll be Cardinal ball.
Go slow, you can't score.
Margolis will put the ball into play for the Cardinals. Hit over towards the far side of the field. And Rodeville heading over there to try and grab it, but it's going to be Cougars coming up with the ball. But there's the buzzer for the end of the overtime period. So the game is going to end in a tie. The score, your Lawrence Cardinals won, the Montgomery Cougars won. Thanks to Vince Melendrez for working camera for this game. And thank you all for watching. Be sure to tune in again next time for more exciting Cardinal sports action on LTPS TV.